everybody, it's Julie for EllenHutson.com, and it's time for Hello Monday. This is our weekly creative video series, and I have been playing in the studio with sequins lately, and I just love these things. They're kind of like rhinestones and pearl gems, things like that, but they're not self-adhesive, so that can be to your advantage, like when you're creating something like this super fun full card front shaker pocket, which I thought it would be fun to share the details on how to do that. And I'm starting with a piece of solar white cardstock and a stamp set by Allie Edwards for Technique Tuesday. This is called Bring on the Sun, and I just love the sayings in this stamp set. And I'm also using the Hero Arts soft graphite shadow ink, which I thought was perfect because black would have been pretty harsh and a high contrast, and I didn't want quite that harsh an effect. So this soft graphite is just absolutely perfect. And I've cut a piece of the lightweight clear plastic to go to actually match the same size as my white panel. This is about 1/2 inch smaller all the way around than my base card is going to be. So now to create my pocket, I've got those two sandwiched together and I need to seal off the edges. Now, I thought about sewing it because I've seen pockets that were created, with sewing, but I wanted a foolproof way to do this, and I know for me what happens inevitably is I get my sewing machine out and I start sewing and my threads get tangled and I sew crooked and then I have to start all over again. And I hate that. So I just decided to take the foolproof method and use washi tape, and it's all good, I think sometimes you just have to cheat and use, whatever you've got there that'll, get the job done quicker. So I'm using washi tape, and I love the fact that it's repositionable, so I can't goof on this. I really can't goof. It's kind of my fail-safe. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off the ends and then get the, I've got 3 sides that I'm going to seal up with the washi tape, and I'm folding it over to the back, and then I've got that edge there that's showing on the front, and then I can squeeze that open and take a few pinches of sequins in different colors and dump those inside my pocket. And I also wanted to put a few of the little wood veneers by Studio Calico. I just think they're fun, and they have a kind of a tinting from the laser cutting. So I like that side showing, so I wanted to flip those around and have them showing. And then I can go ahead and seal off the top of my pocket, and then it's all done and nothing will fall out. It's just completely sealed off. So we'll go ahead and trim that down and then seal off the top edge, and then I can move on to the rest of it. Isn't that quick and easy? I just think that is such a neat way to seal these off, and I just love the fact that, you can't screw this up. So to finish off my pocket, I'm just going to take a little bit of this really fun twine by Doodlebug Designs. They have these variety cards that have different colors, and this one went perfectly with my project. So I just tied that, wrapped it around a couple of times around my pocket there, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie that into a bow and trim off the ends there. Got my tweezers to help me keep that clamped tightly, and then it's time to mount it to the card front, and I'm going to add some 3D dots by EK Success all around the outer edges. I had to cut those down because I was out of the little ones, so I took the big ones and just cut them down to size. And then I'm going to put a couple of them in the center of my panel so that I have complete support all the way across that panel. And I'm going to remove the liner papers from the 2 in the middle and get that positioned onto my card. And this is a great tip that I learned from Sherry Carroll. And this is so that I can get it positioned on there without gluing it completely down. And then I have a little bit of room to play around with it and make sure that it's positioned correctly before I go ahead and completely press everything down into place. So I'll press the center once I'm sure it's centered, and then I can go ahead and remove the liner papers from the outer edges of the 3D dots. And isn't that just a fun way to do a shaker card? I just love the whole front of the card having that effect and those pretty sequins shaking around in there and the little wood veneers. And I've just been having a ball. I stamped some little flowers by Lawn Fawn and added the sequins there in the center with some glossy accents. I just glued them down there. And then I also created a card where I die cut some clouds using those flat bottom clouds by My Favorite Things and backed them with some of that patterned chevron paper by Studio Calico. And then I used my sequins as raindrops. And these are just fun ideas, and I hope you enjoy them and try them out. Thanks for watching.